Pulse. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. Neck. All right. Warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side. Bring our heels to our glutes. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded. Here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Break. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ礼儀を重んずること。一つ景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。すべらち。Ready? よい。So today's class is an intermediate class, and what I'd like to work on today is blocking. So I know we've done this in the past. I think last week we also worked on some blocks. So I want to kind of carry that into this week, and we're going to work on some blocking drills, but we're going to do some counterattacks as well. So I'd like to go through the basics first. Again, you're intermediate students, so you could be anywhere from, I would say, orange belt up to blue, probably, at this point if you're joining. So again, just to reiterate the basics, I won't go through the blocks standing or static. What I like to do is go through them in a couple of moving or line drills. All right, and then we're going to go through them again with counterattacks. Okay, so we would put them into practical application and see what it would look like with a block and then some counters. And then we're going to look at the first 3 kata. So we'll look at hand Shodan, hand Nidan, and hand Sandan, the opening technique of each one of those, which of course is a block and a counterattack. So I'll kind of lead into how the blocks that we're learning here, the basics, carry over into our kata as well. So again, we'll kind of open up the beginning techniques of the kata, show you those blocking techniques and the counter attack that is going right along with it. Okay? All right, so that said, let's go ahead and start. Again, just to reiterate the order that we typically go in: Geiran, Age, Uchi, and Ude. Okay? So that's the typical order that we run our blocks in, G-A-U-U. So we're going to do those in a line drill. So we'll start off with Geiran right down block. And instead of a turn, let's work on walking backward with these blocks. Okay, you're intermediate students now, you should be able to walk backward with your front stance. So let's work on that as well, because typically, all right, when you're blocking, you're going to be walking backward. Again, in most cases, you're not walking forward with a block. If it's defense, you're typically backing yourself up and blocking as you move back. So that's what we're going to work on today. So we're going to start on this side, work to that side, go backward, and we'll start on that side, go that way, and work backward. We'll do that for all 4 blocks. And then, like I said, we'll start working on, I'll kind of give you some practical application for some of these blocks, and then we'll move into to some of the kata and opening sequences there. All right, let's get started on this side with Geiran, all right? Ready? Again, as we get to that side, I'll just say back up. All right, so say move back. Ready? And Geiran right, tick, shoot. All right, Geiran right down block. Couple things that you need to think about as you go through this. Good stance, okay, good posture. Feet aren't telegraphing your movement as you walk forward. Ready? Each, knee, some, she, go, and back. Ready? Each, knee, some, she, go, shoot. Now make good. All right. So again, good structure. Okay. Make sure you're doing the I call this your pre-movement. Okay. So as you're here if you're moving to here, okay? So again, you should be coming up to this middle part before you move back, all right? It's not all about going from here and then here, or keeping a hikite hand and just moving it to here, okay? You do want to come up in the middle. From here, you're moving in this direction, all right? And part of that is the pre-movement. I think this is what we talked about last week, is kind of a parry before the block, okay? With Gaidon, there is still that bit of a parry, right? Because you're parrying this way, right? So you're, okay? So again, even as a kick is coming, you can still block with both sides of your wrist. It's not always the same side. So if you're here and a kick is coming, you can block this way and then make sure the block stays in place with the other hand, all right? So again, like we talked about, the blocks take place within this rectangle of protection, right? They don't just take place at the end of each block, right, on the outsides. They take place in the middle, okay? All right, let's go to this side. Ready? Get him right, take, two. Get him right down block, ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go, and back. Each, knee, some, sheep, go. Man. Close. Very good. All right. What's next? Age-uke rising block. Right. So again, for this one, mark your target. Reach up, mark your target. Okay. All right. Everything else applies the same. Okay. So still thinking about the basics as you go through this. Not telegraphing with that front foot. Don't kick that front foot out before you move. Glide in. Transfer your weight. Transfer your weight. And then step. Right? Good posture. Okay? All those things are still in play here. Don't bounce. It's almost impossible to bounce if you do what I was just saying, where you kind of transfer your weight and transition into your step and not just take a step. Ready? All right. Get him right. Take. Age-uke rising block. Mark your target. Ready. Each. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. And back. Each. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. Yeah, man. Other side, same thing. All right. So again, I don't care. I know there's various versions of age-uke. If you're doing up and out, that's what I'm doing, or if you're more the L shape with your arm. All right. It's up to you. As I always preach, find your own karate. So if that makes more sense to you, do that. Okay. Don't bend to what I'm doing just because that's what I'm doing. Ready? Get him right and take. Age-uke rising block. Mark. Each. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. Back. Each. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. And yame. All right. What's next? Uchi-uke. Okay. Sorry, I don't have my timer going. I'd like to have it going so I can make sure I'm not overextending class. Okay, Uchi-uke next. Remember with this one because it's, I feel it's one of the easiest to parry, parry, block, parry, and block. Okay? Don't lose that parry. All right? It's an important part of the block. Okay? It really does help, especially in self-defense situations, and you see that punch coming and you parry it and block it. It helps to have more hands up. Okay? The more hands you have in the air and you're able to do some things with, okay, the better. If you're just doing this and this, there's more opportunity in there for you to get struck, okay? All right, ready? Get Marco, take this. Uchi-uke. Remember the parry. Ready? Ich, ni, so, shi, go. And back. Ich, ni, so, shi, go. Okay. All right, other side. Okay. Blading your body or turning your body, whether it's Hanmi or Shomen. Again, it's important, and I think you'll find that you'll discover what works best for you based on the situation. Right? Sometimes it is important to minimize target, so sometimes it is important to turn your body in this direction. Other times, it's more important to be open so that your attack is ready. Okay? So make that decision as it comes. Practice both. Okay? So maybe on the first time you do the drill, shift more into a Hanmi stance. Second time you do the drill, shift into a more of a Shomen stance. All right? Okay, ready? Get him right. Take. Ich. Uchi-uke. Ready? Ich. Ni. So. Shi. Go. Back. Ich. Ni. So. Shi. Go. Chill. Okay? So I chose to do the difference in the two, Shomen versus Hanmi. Hanmi moving forward, Shomen moving back. And that's, again, up to you. You make that decision. In a self-defense situation, you're going to have to make that decision quickly, but I think you'll discover that your mind and your body will make that transition properly based on the situation. Right? You'll kind of know, do I need to be bladed more or open more based on what I'm getting ready to do, or based on your opponent even. All right, let's look at ude-uke. All right, soto ude-uke. This one's fairly easy as far as the parry because you always do it, right? We've always taught it that way, to put that other hand out, kind of marking your target, just like with age-uke, where you mark your target. This one is very similar in that, okay? But remember, the block takes place, again, in this rectangle that we talked about, okay? As the punch is coming, the block starts here, even though you've not made contact with the blocking arm, right? That punch is coming in from the left and you're here, 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 and then you make contact, all right? All happening here, okay? Ready? Get him right, take, soto uke, mark your target, and hajime, ich, ni, so, shi, go, back, ich, ni, so, shi, go, amen. All right, other side. Same drill, ready. Get him right, take, soto uke, mark your target, ready. Ich, ni, so, shi, go, back, ich, ni, so, shi, go, chill. You know, man? All right, so there's our 4 basic blocks, okay? I'm not going to touch on Shotokan. We might get into Shotokan when we get into this section here. Okay, so this section is where I'm going to talk about more practical application and counterattack. Okay. All right. So let's start with Gedo Burai. And typically, you look at Gedo Burai as being a kicking block. All right. So someone is coming to kick. All right. And there's 2 kicks. okay? You can block to open the body, your opponent, or you can block to close the body. All right, do you understand what I mean by that? So if I'm here and I kick, you can block this leg with both Gedo Marais, whether it's this or this, regardless of the leg. So if I'm kicking with the right and you open my body, then you're going to block to this side. I kick, the block is there, you open me for an attack. Okay? Same kick, you're going to block it over there. Kick, now I'm closed to an attack. Okay? So there's the difference. Same leg's kicking, all right? So it doesn't matter which way your opponent is kicking. What matters is how you want to open or close their body. Okay? So as they're coming towards me and I'm standing here in a somewhat ready position and I see the kick coming, I can either block it there or there. And regardless of the leg, okay, like I just said, it's either going to open their body to attack or close their body, and you're going to do something different. All right? So for this one, let's do something practical again. Something practical again would be to, as they kick, all right, let's close the body. Okay? So whenever your opponent kicks, you're going to close the body, which means you're going to block it so that they turn. Kick, it's blocked, okay? Now they're closed, but this leg is open to an attack as it lands. All right? So let's do that. You're here, the kick comes. It's going to be a right kick, right leg coming this direction. You're going to kick, you're going to block here. That's going to move them in that direction. Again, the parry, right? We're here, we see the kick coming. Parry, block, right? That's parry it, block it. That makes sure that that leg is, and their body is moving this direction. And typically with a kick, they're moving forward. There's a lot of forward momentum, right? A lot of typical people when they fight, carry momentum with that kick. Now you and I, we are different because we can kick with just a snap kick and bring it back. Our weight is centered here. Most people when they kick, they really want to kick you, so they're just going to kick and they're going to carry momentum and move forward. All right? So again, parry, block. Once that leg hits the ground, put your hand on their shoulder or whatever you want to grab out here, their shoulder, their arm, whatever. Come up, side kick down, okay, onto that leg that's right there. Side kick, that's going to bring them down to their knees, typically, okay. And at that point, that's all you need. I don't want to carry too far into this because I'm not saying that you're going to overly destroy your opponent here. You're just trying to get them to a position where you can then get up and turn to leave, okay? Or you're getting up and they're on the ground and not able to get up as quickly. Okay, so again, for your opponent, it looks more like this. Kick, here, the kick comes to here. Okay? Whenever they kick, it's blocked over there. This is where you're grabbing for stability. Grab here, or grab down the arm, okay? And then the kick. A good hard side kick will drop that knee, okay? So practice that a couple times, okay? So that's, we can do it together, or we do it on my count. Let's go 5, we'll block the same, okay? We'll do each side, but 5 on the right and then 5 on the left. So 5 here on the right, we'll go slow, ready? Each. And away. Make sure you bring that side kick leg up, okay? Bring it up. Drive power, up, down, all right? Just don't give us a weak side kick, okay? Again, ready? Knee. Again, ready? You don't have to get into a very ready position. Just be kind of relaxed. You see a kick coming, and this is your block and counter. Ready? So. Again, ready? Shi. Again, ready? Go. Good. All right. Remember, after that kick, they're probably going to be on the ground. You probably are going to destroy their knee. Turn and walk away. All right? Whatever needs to happen to end the situation that you are currently having to fight for whatever reason. All right? This is non-consensual combat here that we're talking about. You don't want any part of it. You're just calm, you're relaxed, and you're suddenly attacked. Okay? Kick is coming from the other side, but we want to close the body. Other side, right? So again, we'll go slow on this one, just to start. Ready? Each. So kick it out, block, up to the shoulder. Okay? Ready? So be number 2. Knee. And some. Ready? You can relax. Yum. One more. Go. Good. All right. Definitely something you can practice. If you have an uke, another student that you can work on this with, you can really see the physics of this and how it really works. Okay, so I highly suggest you try to get into that because distance can make a difference. Distance to your opponent, right? They have really long legs. You're going to change your distance up. If they're really short, they're going to have to move in really close to you, and once they're blocked, right? But again, everything should be within a good distance for you because they're trying to connect. Regardless of their height, they're trying to connect their foot with you. So when they land and their body is turned, their knee is going to be within a good kicking distance for you. Okay? All right, so there's Gedan. Let's look at Ageuke. This one's different, right? Because Ageuke, in my opinion, can be more of a strike than a block. Because when a punch is coming, if I'm just going to jab, you don't have time to execute that block. There's not time, okay? So I look at this as more of a slip, okay? And what that means in boxing terms is that you're kind of moving out of the way of the punch, but you're also closing distance, okay? So as that punch is coming, right, whether it's a quick jab or it's that big haymaker that they're trying to land, right, you're just slipping with your target hand. Your target hand is slipping just to make sure it's not coming into contact with you. As that punch comes, you're slipping it, then the Ageuke comes. And that Ageuke is really a strike across their face. Okay, so as I punch, it's slipped as you come up and strike me here. We're going to follow that up with Nizuki, so a double punch. Okay? You're standing here, minding your own business. Someone comes in with that punch. Ready? 1. Okay? Again, slip it, strike, and punch. Okay? Alright, that was 1. Let's get through these other 5 and then we'll switch sides to the left. Ready? Knee. So. Shi. Go. Good. There's your 5. Switch to the other side. Again, this is the contact point. Okay, for you. For them, it's anything in here. Okay, it depends on how they change their position. Right. Once they've punched, are they turning their head? Are they looking directly at you? Have they opened up a little bit? Are they fully committed and in? There's a lot of things that will change person to person, fighter to fighter. Okay? Whenever they throw that and you slipped it and moving in, they're not expecting that strike to come here. You strike, they may drop their hand, but then you're following up with a punch, punch. And change it up. All right? You might go Shotokan. You might punch at least once to the face and then to the chest. Chest, face. Okay? Face, chest. Two to the chest, to the face. Change it up. And again, if you have someone to work with that's taller than you, shorter than you, you'll see a difference in how you're able to make that change instantly to say, it's better if I go ahead and hit them in the face. It's better if I go ahead and hit them in the chest. Based on your height. Okay? All right, so let's do this to the left. So, slipping, blocking, and then the punch, the double punch. Ready? Move in, move in. All right, so this time the punch is coming from the left. So, ready? Each. And knee. So. I'll turn a little bit for you. Ready? She. Go. Good. All right, so there's Agiyuke. Again, if you're able to practice with another student, do that. Take turns. See how it feels. All right. Let's look at Uchiyuke. All right, Uchiyuke is one of those where it's better for you to move off target, off the X. Okay. This is the target for your opponent. All right. They're looking to punch you, probably in the face. Okay. That's typically what's going to happen in a street situation. Right? They're not looking to have a let's punch each other in the stomach and the chest a couple times and see who's the toughest. They're wanting to end it quick. How do you end things quickly? You punch someone in the face. Okay? So they're going to want to throw that punch. You don't want to be where they're right here. You don't want your face to be here anymore. Because this is their target. As soon as you see it coming, parry, block, control, just like we did with the gate arm, kick. Okay? I want to keep this somewhat consistent for you so that you're able to easily repeat these patterns. All right? See the punch coming. 1, 2, control, side kick, again attacking that knee. For your opponent, that looks like this. I see you, I'm coming, punch, deflected, blocked. You're not here anymore, you're over here. Blocked, control the arm to keep them in this closed position. That knee comes up and drives into there. Alright? Now some say you can also finish this with like a double to the ears, and you can, but I'll show you what that looks like. So again, the punch is coming, move off the X, okay? Don't be standing here, parry and block. Control, kick, once it's on the ground, double to the neck, or slam both of the ears. Okay? Very quick disorientation. The double with this and this part of your arm to this can easily knock you out because it's going to quickly cut off the blood supply to the brain for just a split second, right? And when you do that to someone that's not expecting it, lights out. So think about that as a finishing type of thing, right? So after the kick, they're on the ground, you can then move forward into that, because they're going to be low, right? They just got kicked. So again, for your opponent, punch comes in, deflected, blocked, control, kick here. I'm just now turning my body perfect for that double here or boxing the ears. Okay, let's practice. Ready? Each. You don't have to do the boxing of the ears or the double, but you can if you want. Ready? knee. Son. Okay. Shi. Go. Good. Other side. Okay. Move off the X. We're going this direction. Parry, block. Ready? Ich. Knee. So. Shi. Go. Good. All right. One more block. Soto Ryuke. All right. Soto Ryuke. Again, like we said, this one's easy because you can see the parry coming. So your arm goes out, the parry here, since you have control of the arm. This one's an easy one to either slide in, hammer fist, or back fist to the face. What does that look like for your opponent? All right, I'm throwing a punch. It's parried, blocked, probably right in here against the elbow. That's going to hurt. Then you're controlling my arm, pulling, coming across here. Back fist or hammer fist. Right along that arm. Okay, you can even use the arm like a railroad track. Let your arm ride up theirs. Okay. So again, whenever you see it coming, it's the parry, control, block, which you land right about their elbow, stepping in, strike, keeping control of their hand. Okay, you can do a lot with control of the hand, right? Getting them to come to you. This is your hikite hand, right? So it's either parry, block, pulling this way, pulling down, pulling high into the chest to keep that arm high, strike, down, does the same thing, but the arm is going to be more angled now. But you can still strike, okay? Pulling it into your chest is going to turn their arm, which turns their body. Everything kind of moves that direction, but then you're down here for everything. And in Shotokan, we tend to, it's more linear. There's more power in a straight line, right? So I would suggest you try to move in that straight line. So if you're going to pull the arm up here, or you're going to pull the arm down, but still strike out level with your shoulders. Okay? So you want to control their arm so that you're able to pull their head into the perfect space. Right? If they're tall, pull down. Okay? If they're your height, pull in. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's try it a couple times. Ready? Standing. Not want any trouble. And let's go this way. Each. One. Again, I'm doing both. You can just pick one. You don't have to do both. Right? I'm just doing both to show you it's easily, both could be an option. If you want to do both, do both. Okay? Ready? Knee. So. Shi. Go. Good. All right. Let's go to the other side. So this time we're moving. So the parry is here. Step. All right. You should be probably splitting their feet, right? So whenever they punch, it's here. You're going to step behind this foot, this leg. That's what I mean when I say step in. They're going to be there. It's pulled over. It's going to pull down. Okay. You're coming up, and the strike is going to be somewhere in here. It's possible you're going to dump them over your leg, and you still could, right? If we followed this and continued this, right? Let's look at the left side again. So this would be ichi. Ready? Ichi. Control. Step in. Strike. down to the chest, still controlling here with the arm, and pull. Because their leg is right here. They don't have anywhere to go. Right? If you start pushing this way and pulling their arm, they're not going to be able to take a step back. If they do that, they're just going to fall. So it can be an easy way to get your opponent on the ground. So just think about foot placement with all of this as well. This one's an easy one that you can step in and behind your opponent. Okay, let's still work that left side. Ready? Knee. So. She. Go. And yame. Good. All right, I think we have time. Yeah. Let's try to work in on the kata. Okay, these are great, so practice them. If you have another student available that you're able to work through some of this stuff with, do that. Okay, what I'm trying to do is emphasize that these blocks do work and follow it up with a counter. Right, that's what we're all about here. Okay, an attack comes in, we're countering it, defending ourselves from the attack, countering the attack, and getting away with our life. Okay? Protecting ourselves and maybe other people that are with us. All right? Okay. Let's look at, so that kind of transitions into kata. Right? The reason for kata is that it is bringing together your kihon techniques and showing how you can apply them practically in a real situation. So now we extrapolate from that each little movement in kata and say, well, how do you do that? Like, what does that mean? What does it mean to start off with this block and then punch? Okay? And if you've been with me for a while, you know exactly what we're going with here at the beginning of hand Shotokan, right? So hand Shotokan, this is your start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? There's 4 techniques. And sometimes people look at that and they say, well, there's at least 2 people, right? Because someone's attacking you from the left with a kick, and so you're blocking, and then you're punching them. And then there's another person coming, and you block that, and then you hammer fist strike. Okay? In my opinion, all that is one person. All of that is one attacker. Okay? What do I mean? Okay, so your attacker's not coming from the left. Okay, this isn't a Jackie Chan movie. Right? This isn't a Bruce Lee movie where they decide to attack you when you're not looking. They're coming straight at you with a punch. Okay? Let's say that punch is coming from the left. You're going to move back here, but control that punch. You see the punch coming? Does that look like Gato Mirai? Then what happens? Oizuki punch. Since you have control here, here's their arm, shoulder, face. Oizuki punch. Wrap around their head, grabbing them here, dumping them to the floor, still controlling with the hand, hammer fist. That's the first 4 techniques of hand Shotokan. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. But what we've done is taken this one attacker who's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So again, what does that look like for your opponent? As I'm coming in with this left punch, you moved that over and out of the way, controlled the arm, pull it down. Punch comes in straight across here. Your hand then wraps around and grabs my face, pulling you to the floor. Hammer fist. Right? Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see exactly what I'm talking about there. So try it a couple times. Alright? We'll go through it 5 times. Ready? Each. Ni. Son. Shi. All 4 techniques. Keep control of their hand. Alright? You might lose it at some point throughout that, but keep control of their wrist or their clothing. Okay, so let's try 2. Ready? Each. Knee. Watch that control hand. I'm gonna go this direction this time, I'll go this direction this time. Just want to give you another perspective. Ready? Ich, ni, so, shi. All right. One more time. Ready? Go through it with me. We'll go through slow. Ready? Ich, ni, so, shi. And yame. Once they're on the floor and you've given them that hammer fist, the hammer fist target is probably the face. Okay. Remember, they're going to be on the floor with their arm up. You've still got control of their arm. So the target is anywhere in the face. Okay, with that hammer fist. You could potentially go for the shoulder or something like that, or the side of the face like the ear, but typically they're going to be looking up at you like, wow, I walked into something I didn't want to. So make that hammer fist count. All right. Okay. Let's look at the opening for hand knee down. All right. Hand knee down. We start and we move this direction, and then we move that direction. Okay. So hand knee down is a different animal because what you do to the left, you do to the right. You don't do that in hand Shotokan. Right? Hand Shotokan is what you're doing to the left, you don't do it to the right, then you change direction again. All right. So for this, we're only going to focus on this beginning, this opening section where you're blocking, striking, grabbing, striking. All right. But again, what you're doing here is that you're starting off with the block. Okay. An opponent is coming straight to you. I'm going to say he's coming straight this way. Okay, they're coming straight to you with that right-handed punch. You see it coming. You're going to step in, block it, and punch the face. Okay? And then you can grab their lapel and pull and strike. All right? Now I say you're grabbing their, let's look at it from your opponent's perspective. I'm going to punch. It's blocked with the up arm, punched in the face here, and you're grabbing the lapel, pulling them as you make this strike. Okay, so here, grab, pull, strike. You don't have to pull them all the way in. Okay, you can make this a strike. Strike, strike. But I like to maintain control of your opponent because typically once this happens and they're punched in the face, they could be done and stumbling backwards. You've completely lost control at that point, but you've made a point in that you have blocked and countered, okay? But I'm really trying to focus on the beginning of hand knee down. So again, you see the punch coming straight to you, not from the side, okay? Again, this is not a movie. Coming straight at you, punch, strike, grab them, strike them. Okay, you can just grab here and strike. But I like to imagine pulling as much as possible and striking. Because as you pull, you might just be pulling clothes, right? Just because distance from my face to my lapel here doesn't mean when I pull that everything's happening at once. I could pull distances much bigger, right? So I might be pulling and a t-shirt comes off. I might be pulling a sweatshirt that has a lot of play in it. I might be pulling a jacket that just opens up. All right, so there's a lot of things there that can go wrong, but you have control of your opponent. It's not easy for them to pull away, so once you have control, strike. Okay, so let's look at that. All right, let's do it 5 times. And again, why you do it to the left and then to the right is to show you can do it to the left and to the right. So we're going to do it to the left and to the right, but straight ahead. Ready? Ich, ni, some. Again. Ich, ni, some. Ich, ni, some. Is this 4? Is this 4? Ready? Ich, ni, some. One more time. Ready? Ich, ni, son. Good. Then in the kata, you do the exact same thing to this side. Now you're just blocking a left punch instead of a right punch. Okay? Right punch, move to the right. Left punch, move to the left. Left punch is coming. Ready? Ich, ni, son. Ready? Ich, ni, son. And son. Ready? Ich, ni, son. One more time. Ready? Ich, ni, son. Good. Yame. Os. Very good. All right. There's hand Shodan and hand Nidan. Beginning moves. All right. Hand Sandan. All right. Some of you may not be familiar with that, but if you are green, blue, purple, you're familiar with hand Sandan. All right. So hand Sandan. First thing you do, again, standing here, coming from the left, Uchi-uke block, and then you do this double block. All right. High low. It's kind of it's a gate on and uchi at the same time. Okay. So let's look at how that would really play out. Number one, they're not coming at you from the side. They're coming at you straight ahead. So you're blocking by stepping back. You could step forward, right? It's just going to depend on how fast they're coming at you. Again, this is their target, most likely. So you're either stepping back to block it there, right? Or you're stepping in to block it. Okay? The next thing you do is close space. Block, strike, strike. Okay? Keeping the arm out, strike. You don't have to do this with your legs. Alright? But each of those hand movements is a block and a strike in many, many ways. Okay? The upper hand is blocking, the lower hand is punching. This hand is a strike to the face and a punch. Okay? So think about that and try to employ it. When someone's coming at you with that punch, if you have another student to work with, they're coming at you with that punch. Okay? You're going to step in and block it. Okay? If you want to do the parry at the same time, that's fine. Parry, block. Okay? Then step in. However you want to do that. Step in, strike the face, punch to the groin. Okay? Strike the side of the leg here. Out, strike your hammer fist to the face. Or this is just staying out here for a block to make sure this right arm isn't coming in. Okay? Because a lot of times that is exactly what can happen. They go to punch, you block it, so they open up with this hand. Okay? They're not just going to stand there statically and let you beat them up while their hand is hanging out here. Right? So as you move in, block, strike, strike. Okay? And maybe this is a block now because that left arm is coming. Right? You block the right arm. Now you're striking the groin, blocking the right arm that's coming, controlling it, moving it down as you strike again here. So a lot of things can happen with this one sequence. A lot of things can happen, a lot of things can play out. You should work with an uke on this one. This is not one we're going to practice, but I want you to see all the different ways that you can employ this. Okay? And you don't have to move yourself up into this feet together, bent knees stance. Okay? Again, we're extrapolating from the kata. Kata is showing us you're moving left. And then you do it to the right. This time a left-handed punch is coming. So what do? Again, parry and block it. Okay? Stepping in, punch to the groin, block the other hand that might be coming around. Okay? And then change it up. Strike to the face, punch, and I'm doing this again with my feet, but you want more of a stable stance. So the block, all right, step in a little bit, change this to a front stance. Blocked, strike, block, strike to the groin, block out here, right? Control the arm, strike to the face. Okay, but again, it all looks like this double thing. Okay, it all looks like this. Okay, whether it's starting here or starting here. All right. Again, as your opponent's coming in, they're punching, that gets blocked. Okay, I'm going to come to this side. But the punch comes in and stopped. You move into the groin strike. Okay, maybe then transition to that, coming around, blocked there, and then face strike. All right, that to me is the easiest to kind of play out because you can kind of see, I think you see it a little bit better. So again, as that right punch is coming, parry and block it. All right, now you're moving in. You see the punch coming from the left, strike the groin, block the left, control the arm, strike the face. Right? Looks like the block, strike to the groin, block, control, strike to the face. Okay? Initial block, then you move up, right, and do this. Okay? So initial block, move up, block this arm, punch to the groin, control the arm down, strike to the face. All right? Try working that a couple of times and see where you can make little changes to make it really fit and really work for you. If it's just a one punch, strike more. If it's this punch and then this punch, then you're blocking, striking, striking. Okay? So just think about that whenever, again, you have someone who's practicing with you. Have them throw just one punch, but don't let them tell you. Say, all right, come at me and do the attack. All right, I'm going to do one punch. Punch, strike, 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 strike. Okay? Or two punches. Punch, it's blocked, strike, blocked, strike. Okay? So again, it's going to make a difference whether they decide to punch with one hand or two. They follow that one up with the second punch. Some people, again, after this block and then strike to the groin, they might be done. Like, you know, they might be hanging out just like this. Okay? It's up to you whether you feel like you need to move forward and continue that attack. Blocked. Okay? Strike. Blocked. Okay? Strike. Control that arm. Pull that arm down and then strike. That's that wrap, right? So again, move in this direction this time. Block. Step in. Block. Strike. Blocking this arm. Control the arm. Strike. All right? If it's only one punch. Again, it comes in, block, step in, strike as you move forward, strike the face, and then rotate, strike the leg, strike the face. Okay? And when I mean the leg, I mean the inner thigh. Hammer fist to that inner thigh. If it's just a one punch, right? One punch, it's blocked. Okay? Strike the face, strike the groin. This is just hanging out or it's dropped and they're here, they're not doing anything, okay? Then you could strike the face again and this inner thigh, okay? So, lots of options with this simple thing, okay? But this is where your karate comes in. This is where you make that decision on the fly depending on their attack, right? I can't tell you how they're going to attack. I can't tell you that this is always the thing and then they just stand there and let you finish. Right? It might just be this, you hit them, maybe it glances off, so they come back with this arm. Blocked again, strike, strike. Alright? So again, this is just extrapolating from kata. Right? Extrapolating what we're talking about, the block with a counter. Because all of our kata start off with a block and a counter attack. Alright? Alright, let's come back to center of class. Yoi! Subidachi. Right? Yo! Seiza. Alright. Today's meditation, just go through some of those self-defense techniques that we went through with the kata portion. Alright? And think about how you can defend using those 3 kata openings. Mokuso. Mokusuyume, Sensei Yuri. Tate. Yoi. Subirachi. Ren. Yoi. Os. Alright students, thank you for joining me for this intermediate class. Continuing on with our blocks and adding in counter attacks. We'll see you in the next class. Os.